So this was kind of devastating and annoying all at the same time. But I thought I pressed record, and I didn't. So I've been building this workbench, and there is no wobble. It's pretty sturdy. I've just used a couple of screws to hold it together. It's all pretty much the same thing. They're obviously off the floor, so I can get my feet under there. My first ever workbench, but I'm going to try and record the rest and finish it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I thought I pressed record when I was filming the build of this. I wanted to show up my basic measurements and then speed the video up and just get through the build of the framework. And I didn't press record, so I'm absolutely gutted about that. However, we can do some more. So, as you can see, it's not wobbling. What I've done is, so the bottom rails, what they call stretchers and things like that. I'm still working out the terminology. I've measured up from the bottom of the legs. I believe it was 5 inches, and I've put my rails around the edges, and then I measured the distance from there as high as I could get these, so that they're all the same. The only issue I've had is when I cut these with a circular saw, I marked as best as I could, but they are still a little bit off. So that one's just under. These two are almost flush, and the back one here is sticking up actually quite a bit. So it's level, it's straight there. However, my legs weren't cut perfectly, so I think this one's obviously the longest one. But as I worked my way up from the floor to get my level, they're all level, and the shed floor is level, and this is level to the shed floor. If I grab my long one, this thing isn't super accurate as far as I'm aware. I don't know, I've been told the cheaper these are, the less accurate they are, but the bubble's in the middle, about 1/2 a mil this side, about 1 mil that side. That's close enough for me. And I'm just gonna stick a top on it and go from there, basically, see what I can do with this. I was thinking of putting a shelf on the bottom. However, the offcuts of ply that I've got, which I picked up for like £3. There isn't one big enough to fill the bottom. This particular piece here that I want to stick on the top isn't even big enough to reach the edge. Now, I want to put a T-track in this. My son wants to use it as well, and he wants to make katanas, swords. I thought a little workbench, that would be great. So what I'm thinking of doing is just sort of cutting off another edge and sticking it there, or you maybe use another scrap piece and work something out. But I'll try and work something out. Failing that, it's actually just a touch too big to fit in between. So I mean, if maybe I can, stick it to the end. It does. No, that's a stupid idea. Let's not do that. So stick that on the end there, cut it to fit, and let's see. Let's get this straight. Oh, flush and flush. My God, I got something right. So that's, apart from the rounded edges of the 2x4s, because they're poorly cut. I also know that this is square. I've misplaced my tape measure on my ruler, but they are square. Let's try and build this. Let's see if I can get this to work. I'm just going to put this top on, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do there. I think I'm probably just going to cut a piece off, stick it in. And I do want to put another level to this because the T-track is actually thicker than the ply, and I don't have thicker ply. So here we are. Wow, I can't believe I got it square. And that was my first ever build. It's straight, it's square. it's exactly what I want it to be. And I'm sorry, guys. I know I've totally screwed up with not filming the build of the workbench. But there she blows. So let's crack on. So I'm getting to put my fast cap measuring tape to good use, at least. This one is the flat back, so it's very wobbly. But surely this can be accurate. This is accurate, right? Yeah. So where am I? That is, get it straight, 78 millimeters, or 14 7/8 for you in the US. I just want to make sure it's the same all along. Yep, same there, 78 mil and 78 mil. I can't believe I got that right. So I'm gonna measure 78 mil. Oh, good lord! And I suppose this is the plus side of having a workbench to work from. So I'm going to measure 78 mil. Right, where's the factory edge? That's the factory edge. I know that because it's not rough. So 78 millimeters from there. Hang on a minute. 10. That's not right. It's a 78 mil at all. That's 378 mil. Oh my god, that could have been an absolute disaster. So 375, 6, 7, 8. There's my mark. And I want to make sure I do this right. 375, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that is 229 millimeters from this end. And my mark on this end, because I don't know if that's actually been cut straight or not, is bang on. That is absolutely bang on. There it is. It's bang on. Look at that. That might be... Oh. Okay, well, the nib is still in there. With these guys, I can't remember if I've done a video on this before, but these are off Temu. It's obviously based on something a bit woodpeckerish. Doing my research. I did a lot of reviews on things like this. A lot of them on Amazon, but I'll tell you what, accurate. It really, really is. Now, I absolutely do not, I haven't got the budget to buy more plywood or thicker plywood. So my budget is Temu tools at the moment, and I know I've had a few messages saying stop giving Temu money, and I've stopped giving Temu money. Everything is low budget at the moment. I'm currently using this off Temu. I don't know how it sounds. I'm literally going to have to see what the video sounds like at the end. And you know, that's what I've got. So, okay. While I'm throwing tools around, now what I need to do is I'm going to clamp this down. And I'll use my spirit level to guide me across this line, get it as accurate as I can. And then I believe I'm going to glue and brad nail it. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. No, I don't. No, I'm going to put another sheet on top, so I can screw this in, and if I ever need to remove it, then I can just remove it. So let's do that. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so right now it doesn't matter if the spirit level is going to be straight, because there's going to be a rough cut here, isn't there? Now that, I don't want to lose too much material. I know I need a guide for the saw, and I'm just thinking, and I know I watched, is it, forgive me if I get this wrong, Alex from Grey Otter Studios, I believe. And he said, to leave, quite a bit. I'm not really with this amount. So that's not the factory edge. Why don't I put things down? This is the factory. Oh. This is the factory edge. Right. So I know I'm going to lose this section. I know that. So if obviously I'm not going to do that, but I put the plate down as far as I can. Stick that there. Oh no, I'm just cutting the factory end off. I've just had a brainwave. Let's see if my brainwave is waving and not just being useless like the rest of my brain. Why don't I put quite a bit? Because I could put T-track on that. I'll have a clamping area and enough to cut off. But if I can take this end, stick it up there, that's the answer. I know you're all probably thinking, what on earth are you doing? And I don't blame you. Because if I'm to answer that honestly, I don't really know. I'm being stupid somewhere. I know I am. I'm being really stupid. Let's mark the line that I don't want to cut. This is my first attempt at this. And I am going to run it the other way. These things are so stiff. Oh gosh. I'm just going to do a temporary line across there. Oops. I know you're probably thinking, Jesus, this guy's making a meal of this. Believe me, I know. I found my other pencil or pen. It's in my... Yeah. So, as long as I don't go past this line, that can be the bit I trim off. If I save an inch, if I literally cut, like, how far is that in? The blade's depth away from it, then this whole thing can be my track. I can fit the T-track on top of it as well for other things. This is going to work. Okay, I should be able to just run the saw along there, right? So, okay. I keep saying so. I'm just going to adjust my blade height so it's barely cutting through. Can you imagine I had a clue what I was doing and you guys were just watching me completely screw up absolutely everything that I do? Now that I've lowered it, I can't get past the clamp. That is probably because I'm running it on the wrong side, isn't it? Yeah, I am, aren't I? I'm just being that guy, being an absolute, complete and utter dumbass. Oh God! Aren't you glad you're watching this video right now, watching me make a complete and utter fool of myself? So I should now be able to just cut along it. What have I got to lose, right? Apart from a little bit of plywood. Oh, I love the brake on this thing. I absolutely 100% should have been wearing eye protection, ear protection. I should have done that outside. That was really stupid, guys. Don't do what I just did. So this has worked so far, just as I'd hoped. Now, what I want to do then, see, is get this to just take off that end there. I'm trying to get the curve of the blade. If I measure that, actually. No, for this, I can use that. It doesn't have to be the other one. Because what I want is to make sure that I don't go beyond this blade, and particularly the teeth. That's flat, so why don't I measure it there? You see, this is when my brain decides that doing anything useful is not going to happen. That is one... Jeez, really? It's 101 millimeters dead. I had the battery in. That was stupid. There. I mean, if I didn't want to save any ply at all, then it wouldn't matter. I would do it just like everybody else. But I really am on that much of a budget that I need to make every single bit count. That line sits absolutely perfectly on there. Are these going to be strong enough? I know they're tiny, but these are from a place called Wilkinson's, which they all kind of shut down. Wow, that's actually pretty strong. I'm going to run it across this edge, and I'm going to try my best to keep this as straight as possible. Wish me luck. Damn it, I need to move the clamp. Oh, it moved. No. Oh, God. No. Can't believe it. That's what I get. I need to buy clamps. I need to get some masks. A little bit of this for the end. It's not great. But it's not good. Oh, man. I'm just going to go back a little bit more. That's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to take it back, redo a line. Fresh line. It's not the end of the world. Oh, if it carries on, it'll be the end of my lungs. Oh my God. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Me being a complete and utter idiot. I clamped it down, and before taking the clamps off, I should have put screws in. Or I should have put screws in anyway, when I got it all level and happy and such. And I didn't. So, with that little mistake, I'm going to take it back like a couple of millimeters. I'm going to lose some of this worktop, but I don't care. I don't care anymore. This will be fine for running a circular saw across it. Maybe I just scrap the whole idea and start again. I don't want to lose a couple of mil. I really wanted it to be big enough for this. I wanted it to be the perfect fit. I don't want to lose any of this top, guys. I really don't want to lose it. It's flush. Tiny, 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 tiny little lip in the front. Do I forego my mistake? Leave a little gap in the back and cut again. I'll come back to it.